Good evening, everyone. We're still at Maastricht, the greatest art fair in the world. Every single booth is a mini museum. And I thought it would be interesting for us this evening to look at the things on our booth which haven't sold. We've sold the Chinese contemporary ink paintings, we've sold the later Chinese bronzes, Second Bronze Age of China from the 10th century onwards, AD. But we have not sold these works from the 2nd century BC in China, the Han period, the first time that China was unified. And this is an example of a wine vessel from that period, as is this, and as is this. And these are the three bronzes we have from that period, none of which have sold. And they are beautiful. The forms of the Han period have subsequently dominated Chinese aesthetics. They've been repeated time and time again in lacquer, cloisonné, porcelain, and all sorts of other materials. These shapes have entered the DNA of Chinese culture. Beautiful, simple shapes. Take this example here, a bronze wine vessel, gilt, much of the gilding still remaining, beautifully cast Taotie masks, the mythological handles, the mythological decoration here, the original handles, the original cover, all of which is completely intact, good condition, and as I say, this great form. Similarly, the bronze here, look at the solidity of it, the confidence, the self-confidence of the shape, reflecting, I think, the self-confidence of the Han period, a period when China was unified for the first time and looked back on many hundreds of years of a very rich cultural experience. Why haven't these sold? Well, because they aren't familiar anymore to the audience. People who come here don't recognize them. They used to be prolific in the market when there were illegal excavations coming out of China. Today, those illegal excavations have been snuffed out, extinguished by the government in China, so there are very few on the market. And because there are very few in the market, people aren't familiar with them and they don't even look at them. It's not a question of them not being beautiful, it's not a question of them not being accessible in price. People just don't look at them. Well, we're trying to do our best to rectify that, and we'll talk about it again next week when we see each other again. Good night.